And he's like, 8th grade. I'm like, you're not even in high school? I was like, oh my God.
Hey, beautiful, 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 beautiful angel. Love your imperfections, every anger. Tomorrow comes and goes before you know.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Catfish again, you guys. I'm so glad to be filming again. So, week has started. It is officially Tuesday when I am doing this video. Hope everyone had a good week last week. It was crazy. It was busy for me. It was insane. But anyway, so today is gonna be another story time. I'm going to be doing a bunch of story times until I can figure out exactly what next video I'm going to do next. So again, we're still waiting on the whole thing with Amber, the drunk trivia challenge. We're still waiting on that. So we'll have to see for that one. Hopefully within the next week or two, we'll be able to do it. Most likely 2 weeks though, because I know she doesn't have her ID yet. So anyways, so I have told you guys about a bunch of stories, how I was in a sorority, Sacramento, my brother, just like a bunch of like stories and stuff like that. I like doing story time. I think it kind of gets you guys to know me a lot better. So before we get this video started, go ahead and please subscribe to my channel. Link is down below and also at the end of the video. And please, please, please like my videos. Please watch my previous videos and follow me on social media, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter as well. So don't forget to follow me on all those great social media sites. So let's get this video started. So today we're going to be talking about a very funny, crazy, stupid thing that happened to me. So, I don't know if anyone has ever gotten catfished before. It's kind of pretty normal. It shouldn't be normal, actually, because there's so many things you could, like, use to, like, try and find, like, actual, like, people, like, how you can, you can actually find them, like looking up their pictures or their names and stuff like that, or seeing in, just, there's certain ways to find if the person's catfishing you or not, and if you don't know what catfishing means, it means finding a person if they're real or not. So, if that's the person you're talking to in the pictures, and if they're not, if they're lying about their identity, that means they are catfishing you. So, I learned about catfishing, obviously how most people learned about it is watching the Catfish TV show. So the Catfish documentary came out in 2011 or 2010, or I believe, like 2010. And then right after that, in 2011, Neve started making a Catfish TV show with his host, Max, who is no longer on the show anymore, but they did it for like 7 years. And I love, actually 9 years. I love Neve and Max. Like, you guys have no idea how much I love the Catfish TV show. Like, I watch it literally like almost every day. Like, just old episodes. I like doing the reruns and stuff like that. I love Catfish. I just think it's entertaining. People are so crazy. People are weird. I mean, people have tried to catfish me before. So just the other week, I was on my online dating site, because I do online dating sometimes, and someone, it was just crazy, because they were like telling me like, oh, well, I'm this person, and they sent me a picture, and I was like, okay, well, okay, that's fine, but the thing is, if I'm meeting someone online, the way they have to prove it to me either is by video chat, within the first 2 days that we meet each other, video chat always. And if not video chat, then they have to send me a picture with my name on it holding 2 fingers up. That's the only way I'm going to know that they're legit. Again, I'm super picky. I've watched the Catfish TV show. I'm not going to just talk to anybody, Like, anyone can be lying about their identity these days, for whatever reason. So, no, I always make the person like, okay, no, like, if you're not going to video chat, you have to upload this picture with this, this, and that. It's worked every time, but this last time, a couple weeks ago, someone didn't want to do it. Like, they just sent, like, a selfie, and I was like, okay, well, cute, but I need the paper with my name with your 2 fingers up, or else I'm not going to know you're real. Like, I have to keep this legit. And they're like, oh, I'm so tired, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, what? And just like, well, you went out drinking. I mean, I get you're tired, but if you're up enough to take a selfie, then you can just write my name down on a piece of paper. You know, it's not that hard. It takes like 2 seconds. So then I did the reverse phone number look, which I do all the time as well. Looked up the phone number, and the phone number was under a person named just Manuel or whatever, and it was just completely different what that person told me, and I was like, nope, they're catfishing me. I blocked them, got rid of them. I knew I was getting catfished. I was just like, nope, not dealing with this. I just didn't want to deal with it. I'll tell more about that story later. But anyway, that's not the funniest story that ever happened to me. That's not the funny catfish story. So what happened is that, long story. So I've been doing online dating probably since I was 18? Like 18 years old. So the way I started doing, but the one thing I really started with was the Interpals. I don't know if anyone knows what that is, but Interpals is like it's a media site, and it's where people all over the world go on a website to communicate with each other. You make friends, you go out, whatever, like, you know, there's dating on there too. I think it's mostly based on for pen pals, but obviously people use it to date because you can find relationships on there. So it's like a dating site, Interpal, like pen pal, whatever, friendship site, whatever. And I was meeting people all over the States. I was 17 at this time. And remember, I don't know anything. Like, I am so dumb. So anyways, I was young. I was stupid. I was young and stupid. So I was 17 years old, and I went on that site. I had been on that site for about a couple months. And I met this guy. His name was Ezra. And so Ezra was cute, and I thought he was cute. Blonde hair, blue eye, very boyish looking, but I liked that. I was 17, and he told me he was 15 going on 16. Now that was a stretch for me, because 2 years already younger was just kind of like, eh. But if he was almost turning 16, I guess it was okay. And I was just like, okay, well, I guess it's fine. Like, we're 2 years apart, like a year and a half or whatever. Like, not a big deal. And he lived, I believe he told me he lived in Virginia or something like that. And I was like, okay. So Ezra and I talked for like 2 months. So we were going out for like 2 months, going out, boyfriend, girlfriend, online dating kind of thing. You know, you've seen that before, obviously, on the Catfish TV show, if you've seen it. Same thing with me and Ezra. That's what we were doing. I really liked talking to him. We had a lot in common. He was great. We laughed. We never talked on the phone, and we never texted each other. And because he said his phone broke. Right, right. So now, like, I watched the Catfish TV show. It's like, okay, what a lie, you know? But at that time, I thought it was legit. I was like, oh, okay, well, I told him, whenever you get your phone fixed, like, start texting me, because I'm kind of tired on talking on this site every day. And he was like, oh, no worries. And I really started to really care about him. Like, truly I did, because we did, you know, we told each other, like, personal things about each other's lives, and he was caring about me, and you know, he was telling me that he was falling for me, and I was falling for him too, in a way, and I was just like, yeah, like, I can see what you mean, like, we have a connection, I love talking to you, blah, blah, blah. So it was good. And so then we kept talking, and then I went to prom, and I told him I'm going to prom with one of my friends, and he's like, okay, that's totally fine, like, obviously, it's not really a big deal or anything. And I was just like, and so it had been 2 months since we were dating, going out, right? And I was so... And then finally, this is like a short catfish story, so it's not really that long or anything, because it was only, again, it was just 2 months. It was just talking back and forth online, you know, like, you know, telling you how much we liked each other, blah, 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 little heart emojis and stuff like that, whatever. And finally, I was kind of getting suspicious because he still didn't get a phone. He only had one picture on his profile, guys. One picture. Like, I'm so dumb, right? One picture's on his profile. And then he was telling me, okay, he's like, there's something that I need to tell you. So he told me one night. And I was just kind of like, okay, like, what's up? And so he said, I don't know how you're going to take this, so I'm just going to tell you. He's like, I don't want you to be, I know you're going to be mad, I know you're going to be angry, please don't get too upset with me, you know, I don't want this getting in the way of our relationship. And I was just like, well, it depends on what it is. Guys, just so you know, I was turning 18 in like 2 months already, so I was turning 18 already. So he's just like, okay, well, he's like, the truth is, I've been lying about something about myself. And I was just like, okay, what are you lying about? And he's just like, okay, he's just like, well, my name is Ezra, I do live in Virginia, that's all true. And I was like, okay. And he's just like, but I did lie about my age. And I was just like, what do you mean you lied about your age? I'm like, I'm like, aren't you like almost 16? And he's just like, no, I'm not almost 16. Oh, at that point, I knew what was gonna happen. I just knew it. I was just like, oh my God, please tell me he's not. At first, I thought maybe he was older. Like, I thought maybe he was a guy in his 40s talking to a 17-year-old. And I was like, what? And I was like, I'm talking to an old guy? And I was just like, okay. And I was like, wait. I'm like, we'll just, obviously I wasn't sure. So he says, okay. He's like, well, I'm not almost 16. I was like, okay. I'm like, how old are you? So he replies with, don't get too upset. He's like, I didn't want to, and he's like, I didn't want to tell you before in the beginning because I thought you were so beautiful and I fell in love with you and over time and I don't want you out of my life. And I was just like, okay. And I'm like, wait, how old are you? And so he's like, I'm 13. I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, no, gotta cut this off. I was just like, what? I was just like, no way. I was just like, okay, no. And I replied and I was like, you cannot be serious right now. You cannot be 13. And he's just like, I'm 13. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, you've been lying for 2 months about your age? You're a child. I was like, you are a child. I've been dating a child. And I was just like, oh my God. And I was just like, I'm in love with the child. Well, not really in love, but, in love at the time. And he's like, please don't be upset. I just didn't want to tell you because of how much I loved you and I don't want to lose you. And I'm like, oh, F that. And I was just like, no. I'm like, of course there's not going to be a future. You're 13. I'm like, you're a child. I'm like, what grade are you in? And he's like, 8th grade. I'm like, you're not even in high school? I was like, oh my God. I was like, no, bro, no, this is not cool. I was just like, nope, not gonna happen. I was just like, and I told him straight up, I was like, you know what? Nope, sorry. Like, find someone your own age. Like, I'm like, I told him, do you know how much trouble I could have gotten in? I'm almost 18, bro. I'm almost 18. Like, in 2 months, I was gonna turn 18. I was just like, what if your parents found out and I would have gotten arrested? I would have gotten in trouble. Like, for dating or talking to a 13-year-old. That is so wrong. Like, you could be my, like, a brother, It's like, no way. And he was just kind of like, no. He's like, please don't say that. And I'm like, no, Ezra, no. I'm like, it's not gonna happen. And I felt so sorry for him. I really did from the way I reacted. But it's like, he lied. He was 13. I was like, what person would not react that way? If you were a 17-year-old talking to a 13-year-old, no, that is insane to me. That is insane. So what happened is he got upset that he got upset that I took it really bad. So he was just like, okay, never mind. He's just like, forget it. Like, no, it's like, I'm just gonna walk away. And like a week later, I tried messaging him only because I did feel sorry for him. And I was like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, I don't want you to be too upset about what happened. It's just that I'm upset because you lied. Like, I mean, I was just like, that doesn't mean, like, we can't be, like, friends in a way. Like, obviously maybe not, like, talking every day or anything like that. But, just, like, at least kind of, like, acquaintances, like, mutual, like, can like, whatever kind of friend, kind of, like, not a big deal. But he never responded to me, and he just kind of disappeared. He left. He took off his, no. He kept his page up, but he didn't want to contact me anymore. So I believe I checked his profile like a week later and he changed his profile. So I don't know. I guess he just didn't want to deal with it anymore. He didn't want to deal with me. Well, technically I shouldn't even be dealing with him. I just felt sorry for him. But anyways, that's kind of like what happened. And I took it so bad that he was like lying to me about his age. Like 13, that's insane. That's like a horrible catfish. No offense, but I would have rather have been him be like 40. Because at least I would have been like almost 18. It would have been legal. Not that I would have gone after that or anything like that. But like 18, almost 18 within like a month and talking to a 13-year-old kid. And he just turned, guys, I forgot I mentioned this. He just turned 13. So he was just 12 like a few months prior. So he had just turned 13. I was like, oh no, not happening. So I literally felt like I was in a Hannah Montana episode. So I don't know if you guys seen the Hannah Montana episode where she thinks this guy's like 16 or something like that, and she's like 14. And in reality, the guy's like 11. Does anyone remember that episode? Because I remember that episode. And she goes to meet him in the bowling alley, and he's like, I lied about my age. I'm really 11. And she's like, you're 11? He's like, and 3/4. I was just like, oh my god, I am literally Miley right now. Like, I'm in a Hannah Montana episode. I've been talking to a 13-year-old kid. I was just like, unbelievable. But anyways, that's my crazy, insane catfish story. I don't know, like, I honestly think it's pretty crazy just because, like, that's insane to me. But I mean, I've seen like the catfish stories like on the Catfish TV show, and those are insane too. But I don't know, mine's a little weird. But anyways, I'm gonna make this video kind of short just because I have to finish my lunch and I'm actually waiting to go to work right now. So that's it for my catfish story, like how I got catfished by a 13-year-old kid. Insane. Leave a comment down below, like, have you guys ever been catfished? By whom? What did they lie about? You know, how did you figure it out? You know, are you still together or are you not together? You know, that kind of thing. Or was anyone else catfished by a kid at one point like me? Yeah, leave your stories down below. Tell, you know, how do you relate to this video? I'm gonna make this video pretty short today, just because it's like a little short story time for today. And I will be uploading on Friday. So I work for this whole week, but Friday I'm off, so I'll be uploading on Friday. I'm not too sure what the content's gonna be. I'll figure it out. But I will see you guys Friday. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and follow me on social media. Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter will be at the links down below. And yeah, and just see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed my crazy freaking story about how I got catfished. And I'm telling you, it has never happened like that again since. I've always been smart, just like the last time a couple weeks ago, this person tried to catfish me, but I knew I was getting catfished. It's the 20th century, guys. It's 2019. No one should be getting catfished anymore. Just saying. Anyways, you guys, that's it for me today. So, hope you guys have a good rest of your week. I will see you guys on Friday. Bye!